All hell is breaking loose right now in Russia's invasion of Ukraine, as it has now been learned that Donald Trump is refusing to even allow President Zelenskyy of Ukraine to have access to Elon Musk's Starlink in order to target the Russian ballistic missile launchers. As you know, Donald Trump tapped Zelenskyy along throughout the month of July, promising he would give Zelenskyy licenses for the Patriot interceptors that Zelenskyy desperately needed in order to stop the Russian ballistic missile strikes. Then Donald Trump pulled the rug from underneath Zelenskyy at the end of July, said, "I'm not giving you an interceptor license." And now we've learned that Donald Trump and Elon Musk ganging up against Zelenskyy, really favoring Vladimir Putin here and telling Zelenskyy, "We won't even give you Starlink access for the sole purpose of targeting ballistic missile launchers of Russia, while we also don't give you the interceptors." I think the message has been very clear when Putin called Donald Trump on July 4th. They spoke for 90 minutes. In my opinion, this was all part of the plan. Tap Zelenskyy along throughout the month of July. Putin starts to build out even more of the ballistic missiles capabilities, put some more in Kaliningrad, put some more along the border. And then right as Zelenskyy thinks he's getting the interceptors, Donald Trump says, "Sorry, I'm not going to give that to you." So let's talk about the consequences. What's going down right now? Let me show you the footage that's coming in right now. This is the moment a Russian drone, looks like a Shahid, hit a shopping center in the Kryvyi Rih area. This is Zelenskyy's hometown, by the way. This attack killed 15 people and left another 130 people injured in Ukraine, including 23 children. Firefighting and search and rescue operations are ongoing. We have it on tape. Here, play this clip.
Еще один. Все. Нихуя себе. Ай-яй-яй.
And folks, there was repeated attacks on this shopping center in Kryvyi Rih. Again, this is Zelenskyy's hometown area. Let me show you the other footage. Let's play this clip. This is what it looks like inside the shopping center. You can see the chaotic scene right there. Let's play this clip.
Ебанешься, блядь. Вопрос времени, нахуй.
But folks, Zelenskyy and Ukraine are fighting back hard. Here's a photo as multiple Ukrainian attack drones successfully struck a Russian ozone distribution center in the Chapayevsk area this morning, setting it ablaze. You can see right here. Now this ozone warehouse, it's near Samara, a direct competitor to Wildberries. The company also operates several warehouse and logistics centers throughout Russia. So as you know, we've been covering those Ukrainian strikes on the Wildberry logistical facilities. Wildberries is like the Amazon of Russia. And Ukraine says that Russia uses those facilities to do military production as well. Over half of those Wildberry facilities, those huge warehouses, have been destroyed by Zelenskyy's drones. And I've been showing you footage over the past several weeks, the Wildberries campaign. Now they're hitting the ozone warehouses. And we'll show you some other footage of it right here. You'll see the drone right here for yourself. Let's play it.
Отъезжай, Дим, домой въебутся. Дим, отъезжай от вас. Дим, да отъедь ты нахуй, да все.
Now, one of the things that have been interesting to watch is to see how both Russia and Ukraine have been trying to stop the respective drones from the different countries. So here you have the Russian helicopters missing the missile or missing the FP-1 kamikaze drone, the Firepoint drone from Ukraine. Here, play this clip.
Вот, пошла! Еще раз, давай, гаси еще раз! Пошла! С вертушки, пошла!
Show you the satellite image right here, the results of the recent attack on the Tamanivgats oil terminal in the Krasnodar Krai area right here. Take a look over there. Some Ukrainian strikes. Again, one of the things we're seeing also, folks, and we need to really talk about this, is as Ukraine's been more effective in striking the Russian refineries and the Russian tankers, and Russia's been striking in Ukraine, this adds on top of the fact that the Strait of Hormuz remains closed. Iran controls it. We have major shutdowns there. You have the Bab el-Mandab Strait controlled by the Houthis, at least for purposes of the blockade on the Saudi tankers right there. We had the Houthis striking hard at the various Saudi refineries, Saudi Arabian refineries as well. And so we have a lot of the refineries are just utterly destroyed. And what's that going to do? Of course, it's going to bring the price of crude way up. And that's what we're seeing happen right now. Take a look right here. I'll just show you the scene at the evening hour after the strikes in Russia by Ukraine. I mean, it literally looks like a hellscape. It looks like it's out of a zombie apocalypse movie. Here, play this clip. Share with you the B-roll right here. This is the 68th Brigade of Ukraine destroying some Russian remote-controlled mine-laying systems right here. You can see for yourself. Show you a photo here. The Russian city of Saratov under Ukraine drone attack in the morning hours with multiple explosions and pillars of smoke seen rising right there. Show you over here the Ukrainian attack drone swarming Russia's Nizhnemak oil refinery in the morning, scoring multiple hits. You can see right here a Ukrainian Firepoint FP1 maneuvering and then diving into one of the already burning refinery process units. We can play it right over here so you can see for yourself.
Все.
I mean, those images are, I'm just, when I grew up, and when you grew up, if you're around my age or older, when these wars would happen, remember you'd always have ABC, CBS, CNN when it was around. They'd be playing stuff like this around the clock. I mean, why is this stuff being kept from us, right? Why is it solely relying on open source intelligence stuff? Like, where is this on our news? I mean, this is happening every day. Look at this. Did you even know this happened? Earlier today, yesterday at this point, a Romanian Air Force F-16 engaged an unknown sea drone operating near the country's Black Sea Neptune deep gas project, destroying it with a run of 20-millimeter cannon fire. Ukraine confirmed to Romanian and NATO officials that the drone was not theirs. And so it looks like a drone of either Russian, North Korean, perhaps, maybe Iranian, but I mean, they get their stuff from the same places. But a Russian drone, a Romanian Air Force F-16 had to engage it. I mean, are we talking about Article 5 of NATO, Article 4? None of this is even being described, but we have a Romanian F-16 having to basically shoot a Russian drone. Here, watch it for yourself.
I didn't realize how much water quality could affect your skin and hair until I started paying attention to what's actually coming out of the shower. That's where Jolie comes in. Jolie makes a clinically proven filtered shower head designed to remove chlorine and heavy metals that can damage your skin and hair. And what I love is how simple the upgrade is. You're not adding another complicated step to your routine. You just swap out your old shower head. Jolie installs in just minutes, fits all showers, and you're done. It gives you great water pressure. It looks incredibly sleek. It makes the whole shower feel more like something you'd find in a luxury hotel. But the biggest biggest thing is that Jolie becomes the foundation for everything else that you're already doing. Before the shampoos, before the conditioners, skincare, all of it. You want the water itself working with you, not against you. It's one of those small changes that can make your skin feel calmer and your hair feel softer without adding any extra work to your day. Try Jolie risk-free for 60 days by going to jolieskinco.com/Meidas. That's jolieskinco.com/Meidas. Jolie is also available on Amazon and Costco, both online and in store.
Show you this footage right here of a Russian Pantsir surface-to-air missile missing a Ukrainian attack drone by roughly 30 feet over Nizhnemadsk. The Ukrainian FP-1 continues toward its target unharmed. Play this clip.
Выйти! Выйти! Иди сюда!
Here's footage earlier as well of a Ukrainian soldier using a German-supplied MG3 machine gun to shoot down an incoming Russian attack drone at near point-blank range. Watch for yourself. And one of the things I want to emphasize too is that warfare is evolving, right? I mean, we know that, right? But we've been covering this drone warfare for a long time. This comes at the same time that in the United States, the Trump regime fired General Randy George, the Army Chief of Staff, who was leading the main cutting-edge drone program in the United States that was working with Ukraine and learning from the Ukraine drone program. Because I can tell you, you know who's learning a lot from what's taking place? China. They're learning. Russia's involved in the war, so obviously they're learning in the battlefield. North Korea is watching. The Houthis have learned. Iran is learning. Hezbollah is learning. You have all these different groups are learning these tactics, and this is what's becoming the main staple of the battlefield right now. Like I've been covering a lot the Houthi strikes on Saudi Arabia. So obviously, you know, in Yemen, the Houthis control much of Western Yemen, Sana'a being the capital. There's a government within Yemen that's recognized more by the international community, which is really just installed by Saudi Arabia. It's like a Saudi Arabian-backed government. And so it's the Houthis against the Saudi Arabian-backed government over there. And the Houthis have been striking hard at the Saudi Arabian-backed government, the Saudi weapons. And so all of this real expensive armor, these expensive tanks that Saudi Arabia bought from the United States, the Houthis are doing what we've seen in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. How the Ukraine tactics, the Russian tactics also, these FPV drones, these UAVs, they've got these, you know, grenade-like devices, and they just drop them, you know, right on the tanks, and the tanks blow up, and these $1 billion weapons, see you later. That's the lesson from all of this. It's so obvious. We're in drone warfare, interceptor drones, unmanned submersives, FPVs, UAVs. I mean, that's where we're at. So take a look right here. This was released by the Houthis. This is footage of a Houthi drone dropping ammunition on a Saudi M1A2 Abrams MBT near Marib, causing the tank to basically, you know, be destroyed. Here, play this clip. Yeah, and the Houthis, who also go by Ansar Allah, it's one of their names, the Houthis, you'll see them targeting the They released this video of how precise their strikes have been. Yeah, and they've released photos of it. And, you know, this is even the playing field for warfare for countries that don't have the billion-dollar budgets. Yet the Trump regime is spending, what, $500 billion just to do Trump battleships right now? $500 billion of our taxpayer money. It's going to Trump-class battleships when that's not how modern warfare is fought, just because idiotic Donald Trump, psychotic Donald Trump, likes the way that battleships looked between 1920 and 1940. Let me show you over here, going back to Ukraine. I digressed. I apologize. A Ukrainian MiG-29 chasing a Russian jet-powered Shahed drone at low altitude along the Odessa coastline. You can see this for yourself right here.
Може, будеш потім ці дні згадувати як найкраще в житті. Що не кажи, а життя воно таке. Хочеш не хочеш, але егоїстом станеш ого. А то взагалі усі почуття назавжди.
And I'll show you the aftermath of the Ukrainian drone strike on the Volgbolt 226 cargo vessel, which was en route to the Russian port of Novorossiysk. You can see right here what that looked like on the ship. Let's play it. Also, Ukraine's defense ministry unveiling, and hat tip to Kirshan Kat, who does a great job aggregating a lot of this stuff, has unveiled the Alexa Spatium, the country's first jet-powered interceptor UAV designed to hunt Russian jet drones. The interceptor measures about 1.5 by 1.7 meters, launches from a catapult, and can return if it fails to engage its target. Powerful stuff. And then we've been hearing from Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy says a rescue operation is currently underway at the Kryvyi Rih shopping center following a strike on the mall. As of now, 14 people, we know that's now 15 people, have been reported killed. My condolences to their families and loved ones. More than 100 people have been injured, among them 11 children. An absolute Russian atrocity, says Zelenskyy. They're monsters. We definitely will respond. It is important that we have everything to protect life. It is important that the world does not remain silent about all of this. There must be an end to this Russian war, and we need the world to help us make that happen. I thank everyone who's helping the people right now there in Kryvyi Rih, on the ground, and in other cities and communities. Eternal memory to all those killed by Russian terror is what Zelenskyy is saying. And then we showed you yesterday some of the statements from Vladimir Putin and Lavrov, who are out there saying that they are not interested in any discussions. They refer to the terror they call the Ukrainian terroristic regime, is what they say at Lavrov, and what Putin are saying. And they're saying they're attacking our logistics. And what's Donald Trump doing with all of this? When Trump said on day one, I'll make peace on day one, he said, it'll be very easy. I got a good relationship with Putin. I've got a good relationship with Zelenskyy, or I'll be able to force Zelenskyy into submission. And it seems that's Donald Trump's plan, is to force Zelenskyy into submission. And meanwhile, you have Donald Trump, picking on Canada, trying to make Canada submit with, bullying Canada into trade negotiations, and Canada walks away. Canada's like, we don't need this. You want to impose 50% tariffs on us? We'll impose 50% tariffs on you. We'll make this all a bloody mess. Canada's prepared to fight, elbows up, while Donald Trump is out here pretending to the United States, oh, we've never been richer. We brought in all these trillions of dollars. It's BS. Donald Trump is a psychotic, lunatic felon. He's separately found civilly liable as a sexual predator. He's covering up child sex trafficking rings in the United States with the Epstein files. He has abandoned our troops in the Middle East and across this country. He's a horrific human who's been a loser his whole life. So we just have to recognize that. That's the reality of the situation. We have to remain strong. We have to show solidarity together. That's it. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're grateful for you as always.
Before you go, our book, WTF America, is available for pre-order now. It's the story of how we got here and how we fight our way back. To pre-order, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.